Yeah, I think there's a lot to like about his at bat right now. Whether it's clutch, using the whole field. I've been saying it. Pull side, opposite, just dominating pitches in the strike zone, pretty much. That's who he is, man. We know that the power's always been there, but now we're looking at a really good hitter there that knows his strength, and he's taking advantage of a lot of mistakes on the strike zone.
What was he able to do to go from having a not so good May to all of a sudden back to what he was doing in April?
Yeah, I think the thing, part of the grind, 162. You're not going to be perfect. The whole year. That's what makes this sport, what it is. You got to go through stretches and you got to battle through it. You got to keep your head up, and that's the one thing with Pete since he got to this league, man. He's very consistent. Doesn't matter how he's doing. He posts. He wants to play. He wants to win, and he knows what it takes physically and mentally. Not only the skills that he has, but just the mental grind. And here he is again after a month where it wasn't easy for him, and here's back to doing the things that he does.
How about Soto today getting on base?
Yeah, I mean that's who he is too. Another great hitter that we got on our lineup. 3 singles, I think it was, and 3 walks. Not easy to do at the big league level when you get 6 times at the plate and you find a way to get on base. Good to see him do that again. Finally getting results, but I feel like the at-bat quality has been there throughout. So.
What have you made of Jeff's production since he rejoined you guys?
Really good, especially when he's driving the ball like that. Swinging with authority. And not just trying to put the ball in play. We saw it today. First at bat, takes a strike one on I think it was a pitch down and away, and then he gets one where he can do damage with, and that's what we want from him. There's a lot of different versions of Jeff, but this version is the one what we're looking for, and that's the one that he wants to be.
How do you feel about this productive weekend?
Yeah, it's good to see it. We know we got a good team. We know we got a good lineup, and also understanding that there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be stretches where it's not going to be easy, and for us to have a weekend like this, it's pretty special. Good road trip overall. I feel like the at bats continues to get better, and that's who we are. Like I said.
You talked about wanting to keep Blackburn stretched out if possible. Is that kind of an ideal setup for you today?
Yeah, today was kind of like going into the game. That was kind of like what we had in mind. With a lot of guys down today. They planned the whole time was after Megill. It was going to be Blackburn, and we knew we were going to keep Megill short after the 105 going on regular rest this time around. So it was huge for him to go out there getting his first save, but just pretty much finishing the game. That's a huge role in the bullpen, and he was able to get the job done today.
Tyler, what was working well for you, especially early on?
Four seam, sinker, and slider. It's working really well. Kind of just live or die by that today. Up here, pitching seems to work well. I'd say for the most part, that's what's really going on.
What's it like to see Pete accomplish what he's doing at the plate right now?
Yeah, it's fantastic. He's playing great baseball right now, and he's just continually hitting. It's very good to see, and as a pitcher, I mean, you love to have runs on the board when you're out there, and he's helping this team out tremendously.